Hello YouTube, James here once again, and today I'm here to talk to you about the Huawei P9. Now we've literally just come out of the press conference, just over there. We are in Battersea Park right now with the new phone. There were two phones announced at this show. There was a new wearable announced and Henry Cavill was there, but the main focus is this Huawei P9. So here's 9 things you need to know about the Huawei P9. Now the first thing you need to know is that Huawei have actually partnered with German camera manufacturer Leica. Now they've been in the business of making cameras for over 100 years, so this is really Huawei doubling down on their camera technology in their smartphones. Now the second thing you need to know about the Huawei P9 is it has 2 cameras. There are 2 12-megapixel sensors on the back. One is RGB and one is monochrome. That means one is black and white and the other is for color photography. Now the camera uses both of these for normal images, and you can also take photos just in black and white using the one sensor. Here are a few camera examples of what we've taken around Battersea Park today. Let us know what you think. So the main selling point of being able to take 2 images at the same time and laying them over the top of each other is it allows more light into the pictures. Now Huawei claims this is better than the iPhone 6s and the Galaxy S7 to make it the best smartphone camera for light around. We're going to have to do some testing to properly find out. Next up is the screen technology. Now it's a full HD display, not a 2K display like some people were predicting for this phone. The Nexus 6P from Huawei did have a 2K screen, but they've kept it as a full HD 5.2-inch screen that you saw on the Huawei P8. Probably means it'll be a bit better on the battery life, and it looks quite gorgeous. It's 423 pixels per inch. Now the Huawei P9 comes with a fingerprint scanner. If you've seen a recent Huawei phone that has a fingerprint scanner on it, you'll know that it comes on the back of the phone. This is what Huawei is calling a level 4 fingerprint scanner. That's meant to be one up on what the Huawei Mate 8 was, but they didn't really explain what that means. But it's a good position for your index finger when you're holding the phone in the hand. Another thing to note with the Huawei P9 is it's not the only phone in this family. Now Huawei is going to release the Huawei P9 Plus. Now the spec is largely similar, there's a few little changes, and it has a 5.5-inch display, but that won't be coming out until May and it's likely to cost a little bit more. Now there are 6 different colour choices for the Huawei P9. There's gold, there's silver, there's grey, and there's also rose gold. But if you're in the UK, you're only going to be able to buy grey or silver, bit of a shame. And for the US, it isn't really clear what colour is going to be available either. There's also a ceramic version of the Huawei P9. It's not certain what markets it's going to come out in yet. Huawei did say that it's a metal phone with a ceramic overlay over the top. It's really thin. That's what they were selling it on. But we haven't managed to see one yet. Now for our penultimate point, we're going to head back to the display on the front of the phone. Now the bezel around the corners is really thin on this. If you've got a Galaxy S7, the bezel is around 3mm, while on this phone, it's a 1.7mm bezel. So it looks so slim around the side of the phone. We really like it. And the final thing you need to know about the Huawei P9 is it's available on April 16th in Europe and the UK. US isn't actually quite clear yet what day it'll be available, but around the same time we expect. The Huawei P9 is actually a really nice phone. You put it into your hand, the hardware feels lovely. The screen on the front is really bright and beautiful. You don't really need a 2K display like some people were hoping for. Back to the design, Huawei have really nailed it this time. The features are good. The camera is the really big selling point here. The 2 12-megapixel cameras is a really big focus for Huawei. We're going to do a full test, a thorough test with our actual full review, and that will give our full verdict on if we think the camera is worth it on the Huawei P9. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.